An EMT's gut instincts may have changed the course of a man's life, and there is some powerful video proof of it.
Yeah, it was a thank you that couldn't be said any other way. And new this morning, I sat down with both of the men involved to hear what happened.
You never really know when it's going to happen.
Michael Jessen has wanted to save and serve for, well, a long time.
Ever since I was 2 years old, I wanted to be a fireman. I am a firefighter.
Now a volunteer firefighter and EMT, Jessen eventually came to work for North Central Safety Services, hired to keep the peace and provide medical care if needed. On this day, it's a marina with motors and a dislocated shoulder. Weeks ago, he remembers it was a campground with live music.
June 18th was a very warm night. I can start off with that.
And high temperatures.
It was a long, hot
Enter another Michael.
set of music.
Musician Mike Allen.
June 18th.
Was the son of a preacher man, she was.
It was a pretty typical gig for both of them.
I was doing my patrol there at the campground.
All of a sudden, I couldn't remember all the words in the second to last song.
Power of love, curious thing.
I realized I wasn't playing the right chords on my guitar, and it just didn't sound right, and I kept looking down at my hands.
His friends are saying, "Oh, it sounds like you're drunk. We're just going to get you home. I'm just going to get you home."
Somebody in the van thought that I had too much to drink, and I knew I didn't.
I've seen enough drunk people in my life to know what drunk looks like, and it just wasn't, something wasn't adding up.
I didn't want to think that something was happening to me, but it sure was.
And I'd asked if I could go and talk to him and say, "Oh, yeah, that's fine, but there's really no need for it."
He says, "I'm a first responder. Can I take a look at you? Do you mind?" I said, "No."
I noticed a facial droop on the left-hand side, and he was having a hard time moving the left-hand side of his body.
He said, "I think you're having a stroke." He says, I really think we need to call you an ambulance."
He was deteriorating in front of our faces really, really fast.
It was a little sketchy for me because I was so in and out.
Allen made it to a nearby hospital and was eventually transferred to UW.
Had I gone home and had I just driven home, anything could have happened.
A guy with a guitar in his hand for decades, possibly not able to play.
I've heard countless stories of people being put to bed because they thought they were drunk, or people just not feeling right because whatever, and just kind of going to bed and either not waking up the next morning or never being able to walk again.
Instead, Jessen visited his patient exactly 1 week after his stroke. A Mike who temporarily lost his music and could have lost much more. That Mike played his first song since the stroke for the Mike who saved him.
I teared up a little bit, I'll be honest with you. It really brought me back. I've been on a lot of calls, I've seen a lot of stuff, but that right there really brought it home for me. Made me realize that this is what I meant to do.
Then I watch him roll away again. So I'm just
And Mike Allen is back to doing what he's meant to do.
Watching the tide roll away.
Everything moving normal and acting normal and thinking straight again and remembering.
And this loneliness won't leave me alone.
All I can say is I'm just a pretty fortunate human being.
Wasting time.
A whole lot to Mike Jessen. Yeah, that's for sure.
Anybody could have done what I did that night.
A stroke of luck, turning a stroke
It was a very, very humbling experience.
into a second chance.
I don't know if that guy was an angel looking out for me, if someone sent him to be there at that given time and place. I don't know. But I'm really glad he was there, and I owe him a lot.
Mike Jessen stresses the only thing you can do for a stroke is know the signs and get someone to the hospital as soon as possible. And Jessen says anyone could have done what he did with the help of basic first aid training. He turns to the Cincinnati stroke scale to tell if anyone is having a stroke. You can check for the facial droop like he did on one side of someone's face, or an arm drifting, or even slurred words. And good news, Mike Allen was cleared to go back to work, and he even had his first performance back with his band this past weekend.
Very cool.
Yeah.
It's and I mean, a lot of people, they do think it was interesting to listen to what Mike Jessen was saying. You know, people think you've had too much to drink, and there are very specific signs that are not necessarily equivalent with alcohol.
Right, and to have somebody who has played guitar for decades look down at his chords and not be able to play. I mean, I think Mike Allen knew that something was going on.
Yeah.
Didn't want to maybe come to terms with it, so glad somebody was there to pick him up and that this picture was able to be taken. That's what captured me to even do the story. Pretty cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing that.
Of course, yeah.
People helping people.
Happy to do it, yeah. It's
We
good
love
stuff.